last time on Monday, we were here. So we were at 8.3 working with substrings. So as I mentioned, substring is part of a string. So for example, if last time we tried to practice a project which is to set up a new account and password, right? So substring can be used for that purpose. So a substring is a string within a string. The .NET framework provides methods for working with and manipulating substrings. So we have a couple of methods to search for substrings. Some tasks require you to search for a specific string of characters. Within a string, some of the substring searching methods are, we have the following things. So we have string var contains substring to check if this string, the original string, contains the target substring, okay? And also we can have string var contains. So for this argument, we can use a parameter, a character. So it can be used to check if the string var, that string, contains the character, okay, targeting character. So we can also have string var dot what starts with substring to check if string var starts with substring. So we can have string var ends with substring, checks if string var ends with substring, okay, substring. So here is one example. For example, here we first declare a string equals eat space, I space cream. Okay, we have this exclamation. So if string dot contains the substring ICE, okay, if it contains substring ICE, so we will see the message true. Okay, we see message true. So that is the first one. So the input argument is a substring. So basically, C# will try to check if in this original string, okay, so if ICE, the substring, is contained in the original string. So the answer is yes, obviously yes in this example. So we will see the message true. Okay, we will see the message true. So for the example on the right, so eat substring exclamation. So we have if string dot ends with EAM. So it is the end with method will check if the string ends with substring. Okay, you can see that. So the target string ends with what? EAM exclamation, okay, with one additional symbol. So in this case, this is not, this original string does not end with EAM, so it is, we will not see the message, okay. So these are three different things. The first one is contains method. So basically, we can have two overload versions. The first one is to check if the original string contains the targeting substring. The second one is to check if the character is in the original string. So for the other two methods, start with, we'll check if string or original string start with the substring. So end with method, we'll check if the original string ends with the substring, okay? So these are a couple of different methods to deal with string substrings. So here is one example. Assume that two string variables, text1, text2, and an int variable count have been declared. Write statements to find the number of strings containing substring sport and store this value in count. Okay, store this value in count. So first we declare we have count equals 0. Then if text1 contains sport, count plus 1. If text dot contain sport, count plus 1 equals 1. Count plus equals 1. Okay, basically we want to see in the two strings how many strings contain the substring sport. Or contain the substring sport. So this is one example. So finding positions of substrings, sometimes we may be interested in the exact position of substrings, okay? One, we need to know the position of the substring. So we need to use the index of method, okay? We have another method, which is the index of methods. So that method will return the integer position of substrings first occurrence and returns -1 if not found. Common usage of to find substrings are we have these kind of things. First, we can have index of. So basically, we just have one input parameter, so which is substring. Second one is index of substring and start. Last one is substring, start, and count. We have 3 different versions. So it can also be used to find characters. It returns the integer position of the targeting character's first occurrence and returns -1 if not found. Common usage are similarly have index of only one input parameter, the character. We can also have 2 parameters, the character and start position. We can have character, start, and count. Okay, you see here is one explanation to explain start and count. So where start is an integer indicating the starting position for search. Count is an integer specifying the number of character positions to examine. Okay, so there are 3 different versions, and also you need to pay attention to this. Okay, which is so the search method will try to search first occurrence. Okay, first occurrence. So in other words, in a string, there may be multiple occurrences of the substring, right? There may be multiple occurrences. This method will search the first occurrence. Okay, it will search the first occurrence. So, and we have you can have another 2 parameters. The first one is the starting position, where to start. The second one is how many characters are we going to scan for the targeting substring or targeting character. Okay, so these are the methods. So we have some example here. So let's see, the string equals chocolate space ice space cream. Okay, that is the original string. So we would like to say int position equals string dot index of ICE. Okay, string dot index of ICE. So we would like to see the index number. So when the substring ICE occurs, okay, the first occurrence of the substring ICE, okay, substring ICE. So let's see, you see the algorithm will display 10. So if position does not equal to -1, because based on the description here, if the search is not successful, the method will return -1. Okay, -1 means so the targeting string or character is not found in the original string. Okay, in the original string. So in this case, if it is not -1, we will see the position of the first occurrence of the substring ICE. Okay, let's see in this chocolate space ice space cream, this string, how can we find the substring ICE? Okay, so you see, remember in a string, so the index will start from number 0. Okay, number 0. So let's see, C is number 0, right? C 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see, ICE, right? The the ICE, the part will start in index number 10, which is the 11th element in the string. Okay, index number 10. So because we have counted, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So we will see that position equals 10. Okay. And in this specific example, we are going to see the message 10. Okay, the message 10. So let's see another example, which is the stream is the coca beans. Okay, COCOA space BENS. Okay, and we would like to see index of CO. Okay, CO. And we have a second parameter, which is what? Which is 2. Okay, which is 2. So let's see if we have 2 arguments in this index of method. That is the second case. Okay, second case. The first parameter is the targeting substring. The second parameter is the starting position, where to search. Okay, where to search. For example, here, right? So you see, we want to search the substring CO, and we will start from the position 2. Okay, we start from position 2. So let's see, C is position index number 0, 0. O is index number 1. And the next, this C, right? The next C is index number 2. It means C# will start from searching here, okay? This C, the second C, not the beginning. C# will start from index number 2, which is the second C, okay? And C# should want to search the substring CO, and CO is here, right? You see that even though we have another CO, right? Which is index number 0 and index number 1, we have this the first is CO, but because we have another parameter, which is the starting point for the search, and it is number 2. So we will skip the first 2 characters, okay? We will skip the first 2 characters. So the search method will give us this the second CO, okay? The second CO. And so the second CO, so the CO will occur in index number 2, right? This is index number 2. So we will see the message 2, okay? You need to be very clear about how each version of the method works, okay? Each version of the method works. Let's see another example, and we have, so string, we have the string is xx space oo space xx space oo space xx, okay? This is the original string, okay? We have this string, okay? And is index of, we want to search xx. And now we have another 2 parameters, 3 and 8. So if we go back to check the description of the method index of, you will see that when we have 3 parameters, the first one is the targeting substring. The second one is the starting index number. The third one is how the count parameter. Count is so an integer specifying the number of character positions to examine. How many characters are we going to examine for this substring? Okay, for this substring. So here we can have, so the starting index is 3. So let's see where is number 3. So x is 0, right? The second x is number 1, space is number 2, O is number 3, okay? Basically, it means we are going to search from here, okay? From this, this O, right? That is will be our starting point. Now we have another parameter 8. What is that 8? It means how many characters are we going to search? The answer is yes. So we are going to start at index number 3, and we will search for 8 characters, okay? Let's see, O is the first, the index number 3. That will be the first character to search. So let's see, let's count 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that will be OO space XX space OO, right? So we will ignore the last XX and the space before it, because that is not in the range of this search. Okay, it is not in the range for this search. So basically, we will start from the first O here, and we will end in the last O there. We are going to search for 8 digits, okay, 8 digits. And we are targeting at what? At the substring XX, okay, XX. So in order to find XX, let's see. So this first O is index number 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6. So the occurrence, the first occurrence, right, of XX in this range, right? In this range, right? In this range. So we'll have index number 6. Okay, it will have index number 6. Therefore, we will see the message 6. Okay, 6. You see that I have tried to explain all the possible details of these methods. So when you try to learn the materials by yourself, you can follow similar strategies, which is to practice those examples in the slides by counting, for example, the starting position and the number of characters to count, right? By practice those kind of examples, you should be able to understand these methods well. Okay, understand these methods well. So let's see, we have this one for, this one is, so for the string we have chocolate space ice space cream, and we are interested in the index of, this time we have a single character, which is O. You see, in the previous slide, so we have double quote for a substring, but in this slide, we are interested in single digit of character. So we use single quote, a single quote, okay? So if position does not equal to -1, it means we have successfully searched the targeting character. Okay, it is a success. It is a success. So in this example, we are interested in O, so we search, and we only have one parameter. So we search from the start. So C is number 0, H is number 1, and we find a O in index number 2. Okay, index number 2. So we will see the message 2. Okay, we'll see the message 2. In the next example, so we have a parameter, and this parameter will be the starting point. Starting point. So still, we try to search the character O. Okay, character O. We have C is 0, H is 1, O is 2, and C is 3. Which means because we will start at positions from position 3, so we will skip the first 3 letters CHO. Okay, CHO. And we will search from the second C here. So we find C, it is number 3, O is number 4. Okay, O is number 4. So if we find the targeting character O and the corresponding index number is 4. Okay, it is 4. So we see that if the search is successful, we will see the message 4. Okay, it is 4. Now let's see another example. So we still have the same string, chocolate space ice space cream. And we want the index of character E, and starting point is 10. And we are going to search for 4 digits or 4 characters. Okay, let's see what will be the search. Okay, what will be the search? So because we are going to start from index number 10, let's find where is index number 10. C is number 0, H number 1, O number 3, number 4, let me see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the 10th one, the 10th character is I. Okay, it means we will search from number I, or from this I, which is index number 10. So, and we have another parameter which is 4. It means we will search for 4 digits. 4 digits, we have ICE space. Okay, ICE space. So these 4 characters, and we are targeting letter E. Okay, targeting letter E, and these 4 digits will be the range for this search. Okay, we have I, C, and E. We find it, and for this E, the corresponding index number will be 12. Okay, it will be 12. So we will see the message 12. Okay, we will see message 12. Okay, based on these examples, you should be able to understand how each method will work. Okay, with each version with only 1 parameter, 2 parameters, and 3 parameters, and how each version of the methods will work. Okay, will work. So here are 2 examples. What is the value of the intervariable position after we execute the following statement? We have string str equals I space M space I space BARS space student period. Okay, we have this string. And we would like to see the position of BARS. Okay, BARS. So we can count I number 0, 0, space number 1, A number 2, M number 3, space number 4, A number 5, space number 6, B is number 7. Okay, BARS will occur at position number 7. Okay, at index number 7. So the message we are going to see the value of the interval position will equal to 7. So in the next example, what is the value of the intervariable position after we execute the following statement? We still have the same string I am a B student period, and position is BARS 8. So we have two parameters, and the second parameter will be the starting position. It will be a starting index number. So we have we will start from index number 8. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So we will start from this A letter, and we will search the remaining of the original string. We are going to search this shaded area, ARS space student period. So we are targeting the substring BARS. Okay, BARS. Unfortunately, in this range, we cannot find any copy of the substring BARS. We cannot find any copy of this substring. Therefore, so position will equal to -1. So remember, if we go back to the description of this method, we can see that if the search is not successful, then the method will return -1. Okay, so in this case, so we cannot find BARS substring BARS in this in this search area. We cannot find BARS in this range, so the search is not successful. Therefore, position equals -1. Okay, position equals -1. So what is the value of the intervariable position after we execute? Let me see. After we execute the following statements. Okay, first one. So we change it to index number 2. So index number 2 will be starting position will be 0, 1, 2. Okay, we start from this M. Okay, we want to search this range. Okay, and BARS is there, so we will still see that the variable position equals 7. Okay, that is the answer is still 7. Next example, we have the same string I am a BARS student. In this case, we have 3 parameters. Okay, 3 parameters. We have 2 and 8. 2 is the starting position. 8 is the number of characters we are going to search. Okay. So we want to search 8 consecutive characters starting from index number 2. Okay, starting from index number 2. Let's see, I is number 0. So space is number 1. So A is number 2. Okay, we'll start from this A, letter A, and we will search for 8 consecutive characters. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that will be the range M space R space BAI. Okay, that is the search range, the range for this search. Okay, and we are targeting at the substring BARS. So unfortunately, in this range there is no BAI because this S is not in the range. Okay, this capital S is not in the search range. So the position, the variable position will equal to -1. Well, it equals to -1. Okay, it equals to -1. So based on this, a couple of examples, you should be able to understand the details of this method, index of method. Okay, and you should be able to use this method in your project. So we can also practice. So for a single character. So for the string, it is I am a BS undergraduate student, period. And we would like to see the index of letter A. Okay, this is a character, so we use single quote letter A. So we have I0 space 1, A is 2. So position equals 2. Okay. So, and in another example, we have number 8, which is starting point. Let's see. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we are going to start from this capital A or capital A. So in C#, it is case sensitive. Okay, it is case sensitive. So this capital A does not equal to small letter A in C#. It means even though we find a capital A, it is not the targeting object small letter A. Okay, we have not successfully find small letter A when we find this capital A. Okay, we start from here 8, and we are going to search the remaining of the string ARS space undergraduate space student, period. This is a range for this search. Okay, so we can find. So capital A is index number 8. 8, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You know, when we are reaching at position or index number 19, we find the small letter A. We find it. And the corresponding index number equals equals 19. Okay, so in this example, position equals 19. Okay, it equals 19. Okay, and here we have another example. I am a BAS undergrad student, and we are targeting at this small letter A, and we start from index number 8, and we are going to search 5 digits. 5 digits. Let's see, where is index number 8? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is capital A. Okay, and we will search for 5 consecutive characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, A, capital I, capital S, space, and small u. That will be all the digits we are going to search for letter A, small letter A. Unfortunately, so there is no such a small letter A in this range. So the search is not successful. In other words, position equals -1. Okay, the position equals -1 because we cannot find the small letter A in this range. Capital A, capital I, capital S, space, and U. Okay. So let's see another example. I am a BS undergraduate student, and we are still start from index number 8, but this time we try to search 20 digits. Okay, we have here 8 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that will be the range for this search. Okay, starting from index number 8 and search for 20 digits. Okay, so A is here. Okay, the first occurrence of the small letter A is here, and we have known that this A has index number 19. Okay, we will see that. So the position equals 19. Okay, 19. So you see that we have practiced a lot of example. In the exam, if I give you this kind of problem, you should be able to know that how to count, right? And how each version of the method will work. Okay, you should know these kind of things. Okay. So we can also have other things, which is finding substring positions, which is backwards. So we will find backward for this substring. So for the backward, right, it returns the index position of the last occurrence. You see, for index of method, it is the first occurrence. Sometimes we are interested in the last occurrence. So we try to use the method last index of. Okay, last index of. It returns the position of the last occurrence of the specified character or substring within this string. So we have one parameter, substring. 2 parameter substring start, and 3 parameter substring start and count. Okay, start and count. Same method can be used for single character. Okay, start is an integer indicating starting position for search. Count is an integer specifying the number of character positions to examine. Those two parameters are same. Okay. So let's see the example. We have blue space, green space, blue. That is the targeting. That is the string. Okay, that is the original string. And the position equals last index of blue. Okay, blue. You see, if we have no last part, we have just index of, then we will get blue in this position, which is index number 0. Okay, but this time we try to use a different method, which is last index of. Okay, last index of. For the last index of, so we try to find blue. Okay, blue. So you can see that we search backward. Okay, we search backward. So you see that if we search backward, so the first occurrence of blue is there. What it is there. And what is the index number of this blue, not the first blue? We can find. So we start from index number 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So the last occurrence of the substring blue will be at index number 11. So in this case, position equals 11. Okay, it equals 11. So we have another example. We have XX space OO space XX space OO space XX, and we try to search XX, right? XX, and we try to start from index number 10. Index number 10. So we can see that what is this? Okay, what is this? So let's see. We have. So you see that if we have no the first parameter, we have no such parameter. Okay, we have no such parameter. Then we will see that it equals, right? It equals, let's see. It equals what? It equals number 0, right? It equals number 0, okay? But in this case, we would like to search, right? Backward, okay? Starting from number 10, backward. So we will count from the backward, okay? Backward, you see that it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 8, 9, 10. So we search it, okay? We want to search this range. And we want to find the first occurrence, okay, first occurrence in this backward search range, okay? So we can find it is, let's see. Yeah, okay. So we see that the first occurrence is here, so it is 6. It is 6. Same thing can be done here, okay, can be done here. So we starting from index number 10, we try to search 8 digits. So this x is still in the range, so we'll see same result at number 6. Okay, number 6, okay. So we can also practice the index of the single character, and in this case, you search backward, right? You find it is 14, right? So it is 14, okay? It is 14. And the same thing can be done here with one parameter 14, and same thing can be done here 14 and 8. Okay, you can also practice these examples. Okay, you can also practice these examples. Okay. So these are the last index of method. Okay. So we have other methods, the substring method. When you need to retrieve a specific set of characters from a string, you can use the substring method. Okay, we have substring start. Will return a string containing the characters beginning at the start, continuing to the end of string var. So we can also have substring start.count, return strings containing the characters beginning at start, continuing for count characters. Okay, so where start integer indicating the starting position for searching, and count is an integer specifying the number of character positions to examine. So here are some examples here. So we have CH08 space beans, okay? And we have string dot substring 6. It means 6 is, if we have only one parameter, 6 is the starting point. Okay, starting point. Let's see. C is number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 is this B. Okay, index number 6 is this letter B. So it will start from this letter B and it will contain to the end of the string. It means we will see this BEANS. Okay, we will see this BEANS string or substring, and that is the result from this message. Similarly, we can have another example, which is str substring 05. 0 is the starting point. 5 is how many digits will be contained. Okay, will be contained in the substring. So we have 0C. Okay, C, it is number 0, which is the starting point, and we will have 5 digits: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the message we will see the message CH08. Okay, that will be the displayed message. So here are some examples. So we have I am a BARS undergraduate student, period. So we have substring 20. 20 is, so we will start, we only have one parameter. It means we will start at index number 20 and it will contain the remaining of the string. Okay, we see that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 20 will be this letter D. Okay, this letter E, and it will contain the remaining of the string. So as sub substr, the substring, it equals this. Okay, DUATE space student, period. Okay, and we can also have another example. So that we have two parameters, 20 and 5. 20 is the starting position. 5 is the number of characters we are going to cover. Okay, D is this 20 position. We are going to have 5 digits. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the substring, and it is DUATE. Okay, DUATE. Okay. So methods for modifying a string. To modify the contents of a string, you can use first insert. Okay, we can insert something into a string. Use the remove method to remove specified characters from a string. So the trim method to remove all leading and trailing spaces from a string. You see, this is useful sometimes, right? When you build an application on the web. So when the user try to type some input, so there's some extra space in the start and maybe some extra spaces, right, in the end. So this trim method can cut off this white space and only contains, right, the central part. Okay. For example, if we have space hello, right, this space part will be cut off. Okay. So if we have trading space, right, hello with some space, so those space will be cut off. Okay. So trim start method to remove all leading spaces. The trim end method to remove all trailing spaces. The two lower and the two upper methods to convert case. Okay, this is how we manipulate. Okay, manipulate a string. So for example, we have string insert. Okay, insert is start string item. Basically, we try to insert. Okay, insert the STI item, the targeting string, at the starting point. Okay, at the starting point. So here, string 1 is new space city, and string number 2 is string 1 insert for York and space. Okay, for York and space. That's substring. So let's see where is index number 4. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, basically it means that we are going to insert something before letter capital C. Before capital C. So we insert Y York and with extra space. So the resulting string will be new space York space city. Okay, new space York space city. Okay. So the other thing is, let's say string var remove. Okay, remove it. We also have one parameter which is start. It means so one are we going to find the substring to remove? Okay, here string one equals blueberry, and string number two is string one dot remove 4. It means so we are going to remove the substring starting from index number 4. Okay, let's count it. B0, L1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the second B, this B will be index number 4, and all the remaining substring berry part will be removed. Okay, it will be removed. So we will see the outcome will be blue because BERRY has been removed. Okay, the outcome string 2 equals blue. Okay, blue. So we have another overloading version of the remove method, start and count. So we try to see, so where is starting point? How many characters are we going to remove? Okay, are we going to remove? So we have 6. 6 is the starting index number, and 7. 7 is we try to remove 7 digits. Okay, 7 digits from the original string. Let's see, where is 6? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we try to start from this F. Okay, and how many digits are we going to remove? 7. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we try to start from F and remove 7 digits. So we are going to remove F, I, L, L, E, D, and space. Okay, that is the substring we try to remove from the original string. So the resulting, right, that the outcome will be jelly space donuts, or jelly donuts. Okay, so where start specifies the position in start string. String item is a string to be inserted. Count specifies a number of characters to remove. Okay, to remove. So we also can have the trim method, right? Trim start, trim end. Okay, you see here. So string 1 is with how many? One, we have with couple, right? I think it has 5 some space before hello. It contains some other spaces after hello, right? So if we use the tree method, okay, so all the before and after spaces will be removed. Okay, if we want to display the result, we have the greater than plus string plus less than. So we will see this will be the resulting string. Okay. So in another example, for this hello, we have some space before the hello. So we try to use trim start. So all the spaces before hello will be removed. In this last example, so there are some spaces after hello. And if we use trim end method, all these spaces after hello will be removed. Okay, you have 3 different methods. Trim will remove spaces for both before and after the center part. Okay, and the trim before start will remove so the spaces before, right, before hello. So the trim end will remove spaces after hello. Okay. So this is one example. Assume that we have declared a string variables as string str equals, there's some extra space before hello, some space after hello. Write a statement to remove all leading and trailing spaces from the string. So basically, you just need to know that you need to use the trim method. Okay, you need to use trim method. So the next topic will be tokenizing strings. So tokenizing strings. So one string contains a series of words or other data separated by spaces or other characters. So the string can be thought to contain multiple items of data, like apple, comma, orange, comma, and banana. Each item is known as a token. The character that separates tokens is known as a delimiter. And the process of breaking a string into tokens is known as tokenizing. Okay, tokenizing. So in C#, the split method is used to tokenize strings. It extracts tokens from a string and returns that as an array of strings. You can pass null as an argument indicating white spaces are delimiters. You can pass a character or char array as arguments to specify a list of delimiters. Okay, so why we need it? It is very useful in practice. Why? Because in practice, when you are working at a company, okay, so a lot of data files, okay, will be in this format. So data entries will be separated with this either comma or semicolon or space, right? So the different data entries will be separated by this kind of symbols, okay? So in order to process the data and analyze the data set, and first you need to load the data in your software. For example, you try to analyze the data in Python or in R. Okay, the first step is to load the data. Okay, so if your data format is a mess, okay, for example, some data entries are separated by comma, some data entries are separated by period, some data entries are separated by space. So you do want to separate, okay, the data entries based on these symbols. And in this case, so you do want to use some method similar as this one, split in C#. Let's see some examples. Okay. So at first we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have split. Okay, we have split. So split is now. If we have null, it means we want to use white space. Okay, we want to use white space, and in this case, the original string will be separated in 4 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. No space. 4 different tokens. Okay. So then the second example, and we are not using white space. Instead, we try to use semicolon. Semicolon. We have 1 semicolon, 2 semicolon, 3 semicolon, 4. Okay. If we tell C#, so the delimiter are semicolons, then C# can separate 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have still have 4 tokens. So now let's see another example. We have Joe at, this is an email address, gaddisbooks.com. This is an email address, right? And we would like to see, we have 2 tokens, the first, 2 delimiters. The first one is the at, okay? The second one is the period. So I will tell C# that there are 2 different delimiters, at symbol and period. Okay, period or dot symbol. So in this case, so C# can find Joe, it is the first token. Gaddis books, that is the second one. Com is the third one, because either C# sees the at or see a delimiter, C# will try to separate. C# will try to separate. So let's see example. Assume a string variable input text has been declared and it equals a sequence of words separated by symbol, semicolon, or comma. Write statements to transform the string to the same word sequence separated by space. Like space, for example, if the original value of input text is I semicolon M comma A semicolon BAS comma student period, the transform string should be I space M space A space BI space student period. Okay, that will be the outcome. So it is like this, right? It is delimiter. We want 2 different delimiters. First one is semicolon. The second one is period. Okay. And we would like to use split text, and delimiter is semicolon and period. Okay, and stream output text, it is token number 0. It is because token now is set. It is an array of strings. It has the first element is I, second one is M, third one is the fourth one is BAS, the last one is student, period. Okay, and we would like to coordinate all the elements together again. Okay, and in this case, so we will see this. We will see. We try to use output plus space plus token index. Okay, token index. So what does that mean? Okay, let's see. User notes to explain that a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more. So let's explain that, right? So at first, so the original stream is this, right? This is the original stream. Let's copy it. So the original stream, okay, this is the original stream. Okay, so we tell C#. We have two possible delimiters, semicolon and comma. It means C# will separate the string. One C# says either a semicolon or a comma. Okay, or a comma. And so you see that, and token equal this. So token is an array of elements, string elements. Okay, so we have token is an array. Token is an array. Okay, we have is an array of strings. Okay, that is the second thing we observe from the slide. Okay. So next one is what is token? Token is C# we try to separate. Okay, so token number 0. First element of token is what? It is I, because the next symbol is a semicolon. So C# will separate. Okay. So token number 2, number 1, second element is AM. Okay, it is AM. Token number 2 will be right? A single letter A. Okay, single letter A. So sorry, token. And token number 3, the fourth element equals BARS. Okay. So token last element 4, it is student period. Okay, that is the last element. Basically, in token, there are 5 different elements. So the first one is I, second one is M, the third one is A, fourth one is BIS, last one is student period. Okay, then let's see, we try this for loop. Okay, for loop. Before the for loop, so we declare output text is the first element in token. Okay, so we have out text. So it is the first element, which is I. Okay, which is I. Okay, which is I. Then we have this for loop. Index equals 1, index less than token, index plus plus. So when index is 1, token index is the second element. So second element of the token, which is M, right? And we use plus sign with a space to do string concatenation. So in the first loop, right? So we will have output plus space plus M. Okay. So I space M. So it means after the first iteration, output text, right? Output text equals I space M. Okay, I space M. So let's copy the same sentence and we can analyze all the loops. So after the second element, iteration output text is output text concatenate space concatenate token number 2, right? Index plus plus index equals number 2. Number 2 is the third element, okay? A, so it will be IM space A, okay? So after third iteration, output is IM, then we will do output text concatenate space concatenate the number 3 element, the third element, the fourth element, which is BIS, okay? BAIS, okay? Then we can do the same thing after the fourth iteration. So output text will be output text concatenate space plus token index number 4, which is the last element, student period. So we have a BAS student period. Okay, period. You see, then we have no more iterations. And in this case, with this kind of statements, we can basically transform the original I semicolon M comma A semicolon BIS comma student period to a very neat, clean version, right? You see, this is in this simple with the simple statements, we can try to clean, right? The raw data, let's call it raw data. This one is raw data to a clean version, or to a clean version. Okay. So another answer is we have output is empty. We have index text and length equals length index plus plus. So if input text index equals semicolon or comma, so and we do it, replace a semicolon with and a comma with a space. Otherwise, we will put what? The next element of the input text. Basically, with the second method, so we try to treat the whole stream as array, right? So we will scan the string from the start, okay? So each time if we see that, so the scanned single character is a delimiter, semicolon or comma, we concatenate a space. Otherwise, we will concatenate the original character in the input text. For example, I is letter, so we keep I. Then semicolon is delimiter, so we replace it with a space. We keep A, keep M, replace with a space with for this comma. Keep A, replace this semicolon with a space. Keep BARS, replace this comma with a space. Keep student period. Okay, so basically with this a new method, okay, we can replace all the semicolons and commas with spaces. Okay, we can still got the desired version of the string I space M space R space BI space student period. Okay, we can still get same thing. So in the exam, if you have a problem like this, so if you provide either version of the answer, it is fully correct. It is fully correct. Okay, because so up until now we have learned a lot of materials from the textbook. Okay, sometimes in order to accomplish some objective, so there are multiple possible ways. Okay, so in the exam, if you provide one way, that is good enough. Actually, when you practice, okay, when you practice your projects, when you study your the materials, I encourage you to try to accomplish some objective with multiple different versions. Why? Because it can help you, right? It can help you to practice or to recall all the knowledge you have learned in this course. Okay. Remember, this is the first course for your coding career, for your data analytics career. So try to build a solid background is extremely very useful. It is very useful. Okay, it is useful. So we have trimming a string before tokenizing. If you don't trim the string before tokenizing, and the user enters leading white space characters, they will become part of the first token. Use trim method to prevent leading and or trailing white space characters from being included in the first and last tokens. So basically, before you separate the raw data, right, it is better to trim the beginning and the end white spaces. Okay, that is what you want to learn from this slide. Okay, from this slide. So the string.format method. The string.format method allows you to format and insert values into a string. The generic form of the string format is this. So string format strings argument 0, argument 1, argument 2. So where format string is the string to be formatted, and argument 0, argument 1, etc. are the values that will be inserted into the string. This method returns a string with the specified values inserted into it. So, for example, sales equals what? Equals 1000M. That is a decimal number. So string message is string format. Okay, we have our sales are are, and we have this part. Okay, today and sales. Okay, sales. So the string.format method here takes 2 arguments. Okay, the first argument is our sales are. We have this pair of curly braces 0 today. The second variable is argument 0. Okay, argument 0. You see, it is argument 0. Okay, and we have 0 here. So basically, because sales is argument 0, so the result return string will put sales, okay, in this 0 position because it is 0 and we only have one parameter, that is argument 0. Okay, so we will see the message. Our sales are 1000 today. Our sales are 1000 today. Okay, 1000 today. So formatting the arguments, you can optionally include a format specifier to format the argument as specified. For example, so we have decimal amount, which is a very complicated number, okay? But it is a decimal number. So we have string message, string format. The balance is, we have this. What does it mean? It is 0 means it is argument 0. Okay, argument 0. So, and now we have this one, okay? We have this one, we have column and this one, which is C. What is C? It is the format, currency format. So basically, we would like to display the amount, the original number. First, we put it here. Secondly, display it in the currency format. So we will see the message. So see the message, which is the space balance space is, we have this dollar value. Okay, this is currency format. The original number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.4567 M, right? Because now we try to put it in a format. At first, we have this kind of format to separate every 1000. Use comma to separate every 1000. Then we only keep 2 digits, okay, for cents, because we are using currency format. Okay. So there are many format specifiers available and are the same as those that can be used with the toString method. Okay, in the toString method, we have learned we can have currency format. Okay, we can also have, for example, we can use letter P to use percentage format. Okay, so we can have multiple different formats. These formats parameter letters can still be used in this formatting arguments. Okay, so this is the string.format method. Okay, so specifying a minimum field width The minimum field width is the minimum number of spaces that should be used to display the value. The example displays a floating point number in a field that is 20 spaces wide. 20 spaces wide, okay? You see here, the number is double, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? And string format is number is 0 is still 0 is the number of the argument, with still its argument 0, okay? And 20 means that, so it will occupy 20 different spaces. Okay, that number will take 20 different spaces. 20 different spaces. So when we try to see the result, the returned string will be the number is, you see a lot of space here before the number. What is that? It is the number itself can only take 12 spaces. Okay, you see 0, 0 here because we are now using a double type of number. So it only contains, you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It only contains 12 spaces, and we have required the number will occupy 20 spaces, right? 20 spaces. So there will be 8 white spaces, right, before the number, in order to make sure that the number can occupy, right, can occupy 20 spaces. You see, after the column, there are 20 spaces, even though the number can only occupy 12 spaces. So the C# will reserve 8 spaces before the number. Okay, before the number. Okay. This is pretty much, okay, chapter 8. Okay.